Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. I hope I'm saying that right. Doki Doki? Doki, is that it? Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay, I know the game, it might look strange, okay? It was under horror games, and after doing a little bit of research, it got some sort of something dark and twisted in it. But let's not waste some more time. Let's get straight into the video. My name, what should my name be? We're gonna be Cammy J. Yeah, they gotta say it like that too. Yeah, okay. Bro, I can't do the voice acting. Hey, all right. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making. What? You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Okay, so what, she a childhood friend? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Bro, don't do that, bro. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Girl, is you good? I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only, what? Bruh, I cannot read. This music is really loud. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Okay, that's me saying that. Bro, I'm not gonna do these. I'm not gonna do these. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. There's no way she's doing this, bro. There's no way. That's mean, Cammy J. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Cammy J, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you, like, I'm really not interested in joining no clubs for real. Like, come on, bruh. I haven't even been looking either. And that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, and one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. What are we talking about? I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a neat in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Girl, I'm all right. Like, just chill on me. Like, just chill, vibe. I'll look at a few clubs if it make you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Bro, like, we gotta cut her some slack, bro. Like, come on, she your childhood friend. Like, we supposed to be locked in like this. We gotta be locked in like this. So just chill on her, bro. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Right, here she goes. Sayori? Sayori must have come to the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie, bruh, stop doing that with your fingers. You finna blow me, bruh. Stop doing that. You just called me a meanie? Like, how old are you? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was even aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. So she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club. She inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Natsuki, I'm pretty sure that's it. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Looks like we're joining the literature club. And thus, today marks the day that I sold my soul for a cupcake. Selling your soul for a cupcake is crazy, bro. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Bro, I can't do a million voices for all these girls that's in this class. They're gonna get one voice, and that's it. What more do y'all want from me? Everybody's getting one voice. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Kemi-J, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club. It's full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica? Is that right? My nigga, what's going on with you? That's right. It's great to see you again, Kemi-J. Hold on. She smiles sweetly. Hold on. Yeah, we got some history going on? Like what is this? What am I getting from this? What are we doing? We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Oh, we rarely talk, but we know each other well, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, Monica, stop putting on the front for these people. Like, come on, girl, stop playing. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Bro, do you see how she's like got her hands behind her back, dude? Like, bro, she want us. She want me. Like, come on. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little. You too, Monica. Come sit down, Kemi-J. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. Yo, I gotta pick. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Ladies. It's enough of me to go around to everybody, okay? Let's just take it slow. We're here for literature. Let's find us a nice romantic novel, you know what I'm saying? And just see where it go from there. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to... Are they gonna make me pick who to sit next to? Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room. where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute, bro. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Bro, can they stop with that? Like, come on. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. What? Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you know, you dummy. Whoa, you need to calm down. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Aren't we still in school? Like what? Like dog. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission, right? After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess if you give me some tea and a cupcake and expect me to read after that, it ain't happening. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. This is, what am I playing, man? Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Cammy J, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering I like to read comic books, and I like to read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, books like that, real easy going, you know, nothing too complicated. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, okay. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a foreign world is equally impressive. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep Bro, I'm about to end the video, bro. I'm gonna end the video. This is a lot. Can y'all understand where I'm coming from though? Like, this is a lot of reading. Like, I'm bound to mess up. Like, I promise, bro. I swear I can read. Like, I know how to read, bro. Like, stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Like, isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Bro. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I read a horror. I desperately grasp something so I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with the rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surely, horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Hey, your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Kimmy J? Monica smiles warmingly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought, Cammy J. They're trying to gaslight me. They're trying to manipulate me into feeling bad for them because I'm making them feel bad and have me join the club. Like, come on, man. You are. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right, bro, get your mind right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. You might as well be pissed then. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Cammy J, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Cammy J, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after for the club. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Whoa, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most? Are you serious? Yeah. Yo, who are we supposed to pick? Suicide? Okay. We gotta think here, okay? Who is it that we want to impress? Who do we want to impress? Bro, I wish like this was live so y'all could tell me who we should impress. Let me think. We're not gonna do Natsuki, okay? We're not gonna do her. Should we try to get Yuri to come out her shell? Like we already know Monica. We gotta play the field. We're gonna try to get right with Yuri, okay? So she's kind of like dark. She like the horror. So we're gonna go depression. Like really? Like we're gonna go depression. Massacre. Oh, that was her. Broken? What? Defeat. Infallible. Fear. Wait, what? Valentine probably gonna be her in the middle. Yeah, I knew it. Doki Doki? I actually don't know what Doki Doki means. Graveyard. Okay. We need to cater to Yuri. Melancholy. She's sad all the time. Vibrant, fickle, precious, unrestrained, incongruent. I think we did good. We did good catering to Yuri. Hi again, Cammy J. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Cammy J. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. She like manga. Oh, she like manga. Keep that in the back of our mind. We really like it and she likes it too. Manga is literature. Manga. I'm probably saying it wrong. Manga. If I'm pronouncing anything wrong, don't butcher me, okay? Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Cammy J always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room? How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Hehe. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Okay. How come? You and Cammy J can become good friends too. Oh, trust. Girl, I wrote this poem for you. Like, I'm putting my heart on paper for you. Come on. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Well, wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. That's it. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. Now, is it because my poem catered to her more that we're discussing Yuri, or is this just in the plot? I'm not sure. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. That's my bad. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, That's not what I meant. I mean, I just having to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Cammy J? Nah, it ain't that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive out on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little bit apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri meant about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Girl, stop! I do not condone hitting anybody, especially women, okay? No, she just got to me. The tension built up, she just got to me. Stop apologizing, Yuri. I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the 2 of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Bro, we are a Mac, bro. Like, we really sit here macking though. Like, come on. Like, hold on, bro, imagine you reading the book, right? You got a shorty. Imagine you reading the book. You got a shorty next to you. Y'all reading the same book. You be like, hey girl, put your book down. Come on. I got the same book. We can read each other from my book. So boom, you whip out the book, right? You got the book going. She right next to you. You lean in like this. My hand is shorty, right? So you lean in like this and y'all just like this reading the book. Like, come on, bro. We really sit here macking. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Look, come on, man. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. Bro, we gone, bro. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own. Like, bro, just say you turn it at your own pace. Volition? Why are we using the word volition? Like, what? Get out of here. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Okay, buddy, reel it in. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Cammy-J, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, hold on. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? I did. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Who should I show my poem to first? It only makes sense that it's Yuri, right? It's about Yuri. We just spent a whole session with Yuri reading a book with her. It only makes sense that we go to Yuri. I'm going off of pure logic here. That's the logical thing to do. So we're gonna share with Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Bro, it's that that's, I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Girl, I just wrote something together before I went to bed, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing really special. Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Okay. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing? That says bathing, right? It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. This is garbage. This is garbage. Are you serious? Mine was so much better. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since this is our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest. Are you in a ghost, Yuri? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Cammy J. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Golly! We gotta share with everybody? Okay, alright. We're gonna go Monica. Both allowing people to get, man, they talk so much. I just know. Okay, alright, we got Monica's poem. Oh shoot, hers is kind of long. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. I don't know about that one, Monica. Very freeform. I'm not the right person to ask for feedback, okay? Because I was going somewhere completely different with this poem. So don't ask me. She really wasn't talking about nothing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to where we get to everybody's poems. So we're gonna go to Natsuki, and then we're gonna go to Sayori. We're gonna do Sayori last. But a little baby poem. Eagles can fly. Yeah, no dip, Sherlock. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. Yeah. I told you that you were gonna, nah, that's tough. That one's tough. Just be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. All right, we got Sayori's poem. Let's see what she's talking about. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Poems are strange. Let me just say that. Poems are very strange. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah. Okay, she low-key giving me airhead. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow into frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Oh, hold on. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. She called her slow. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Cami J did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Cami J liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, they finna squabble. They finna hit. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Cami J appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Cami J started. What? What? What is going on? Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Cami J, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this, I don't think this is about writing anymore. I'm gonna be so real. Then this wouldn't have just happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Cami J. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding the, oh my God, here she go running. You understand that, right, Cami J? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Nah, so of course, that's gonna be, yo, what are we supposed to do? We're gonna, so of course, it's gonna be, I don't know. Natsuki, we went Natsuki. She got a point. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Like, it's logical, it makes sense. Like, don't downplay her like hers was trash. Like, come on now. She did have the best poem. It did, didn't it? Shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whined. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a real personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Cami J. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Surprisingly, Natsuki has a hard time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did y'all feel about sharing poems? It was fun. Say it was worth it. It was alright mostly. How about me? Yeah, I said the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. Your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Cammy J, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see blah, blah, blah. Few, you know. Nice to spend more time outside the club. I think it's getting along, and I think blah, 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 blah. I pat her on the shoulder. Nah, shoulder pat is crazy. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. I think that this is a good spot to end the video. I really didn't know what I was expecting getting into this game, and I didn't realize just how much dialogue it is. It's really just like it's like a story. It's a story-driven game. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about this. If y'all want to see what happens throughout the rest of it, I'll upload it. But if not, I'll kind of stray away from it. It is pretty long, and I don't know if you guys want to sit here and listen to me talk the whole time. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna end the video here. I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.
What we do here is go back.